Alright, so I know some of you may not be finished with the segment addition practice from yesterday, but that's okay since some of you will be out for volleyball tomorrow. I just want to make sure we get these notes done, and then tomorrow will be a work day, so hopefully you'll have time to get everything done and caught up. Okay, so again, we've talked about the angle addition postulate, but let's go back over. So if B is on the inside or the interior of the angle of angle AOC, then the measure of AOB plus BOC has to be the measure of angle AOC, of the entire angle. Okay, so the two parts of the angle, so, right, let's highlight. So like this piece plus this piece equal the whole thing. All right, so let's move on to our examples here. Example 1. If JKL, so if our entire angle is 105 degrees, and MKL, this piece here, is 55, what is the other piece? So we'll subtract those two. Right, so 105 minus 55 is 50. So the measure of JKM is 50 degrees. Okay, so take the whole, subtract the part to get the other part. Okay, number 2. The measure of angle DEF, so that's our whole angle, right? Because we go DEF. So the whole angle is 85. If DEG, so this piece is 3x plus 8, and FEG is 2x minus 3, what is the value of x? So just like with the segments, we know the whole thing is 85. So the sum of the two pieces, so 2x minus 3 plus 3x plus 8. So we add the two pieces together to get the whole thing. So now we can solve our equation. We combine our 2x and our 3x, which gives us 5x, and our negative 3 and 8, which is a 5. And that's still equal to our 85. So we want to get we want to get x by itself. So we'll subtract this 5 over. So 80 equals 5x. Divide by 5. And x equals 16. Okay, so this one's just asking you to find the value of x, so we can stop there. Okay, let's move on to number 3. The measure of angle MNO, right, so that's our whole angle, right, that's the outside whole big angle, is 15x plus 6. Find the degree measure of MNO. So we want to find what this equals to, which means we have to find x first. So our two pieces are 14x minus 4. Right, so the 15x plus 6 is our whole. Our first part is 14x minus 4. Our second part is 20 degrees. Okay, so on the right side, let's combine our like terms. I'm just going to bring down that 15x plus 6 as it is. So 14x will stay the same. Negative 4 plus 20 is a positive 16. So now I'm going to move my 14x over to my 15x. So I'll subtract 14x here to cancel that out. Subtract it over here, because what you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So 15 minus 14 is just 1x. Bring down the plus 6. I'm going to bring down that 16. Subtract 6 from both sides. So then x is equal to 10. So now that we know what x is, we can find the measure of our angle, right? So we're going to take that 10 and plug it in for x. So 15 times 10 plus 6. So 15 times 10 is 150. Add the 6, so it is 156. All right, let's move on to example 4. If the measure of GHI, so GHI, our whole angle, is 16x plus 7, find the degree measure of all three angles. So again, our first step has to be, we got to figure out what x is. So our whole piece is 16x plus 7. Part 1 is 4x. Part 2 is 7x plus 57. So, going to bring this down. 4 plus 7 is 11x. And then bring down that 57. Going to move my 11x over. So that cancels here. 16 minus 11 is 5x. Bring down the plus 7 and the equal and the 57. Subtract 7. So 5x equals 50. Divide by 5. So we get x equals 10. So now that x is 10, we've got to plug x in here, here, and here. So 4x, so 4 times 10 is 40 degrees here. 7 times 10, so 70 plus 57 is 127. And so to find the last one, you can plug in again here, or you can just add 40 and 127. And so your total angle measure is 167. Which, how do we plug it in up here, right? 16 times 10, you still get 167, right? So that just means you've done your math right. Okay, so then let's look at a proof. Okay, so number 1 is obviously your given. Okay, so then, oh, I gotta look, yeah, we need the picture here. So we were given AEC, so AEC, so let's highlight that. Okay, so AEC is equal to BED. So we're trying to prove that the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3. Okay, so looking at this step, they said 1 plus 2 is AEC. So let's look at that. AEC is our yellow angle, right? So 1 is here, 2 is here, and they add up to the whole thing, right? So the two parts of the angle add up to the whole angle. So what postulate is that? Hint, it's the one this worksheet's on, right? That's our angle addition postulate. Okay, that's how we were able to write that statement, is because the angle addition postulate tells us that the measure 1 and 2 have to add up to AEC. Right? So we've got the same idea happening here in step 3, right? 2 plus 3 equals BED, right? So here's 2, here's 3. So those two pieces add up to our whole green angle. So again, that is our angle addition postulate. All right, so let's see if we can figure out how we got step 4. So this says 2 plus 3, right, which is what we have here, right, in step 3. But now, instead of BED, we have AEC. So that's what changed, right? So we were able to change BED to AEC because we were given that those two things are equal. So since we're just changing out one of them, or one part, that is substitution. Okay. So then now, looking at lines 3 and 4, right? So we have 2 and 3 is BED. We have 2 and 3 equals AEC. So, since BED and AEC are both equal to the same thing, nope, I'm sorry. That would just get us back to where we started. So, let's look at line 5. We have 1 plus 2 equals 2 plus 3. So, we are looking at these two lines of our proof. Okay, so what we need to notice here is that they're both equal to AEC. So since they're both equal to AEC, we can set those two things equal to each other because of the transitive property. And then, since we have a measure of angle 2 on both sides, we can subtract that and cancel it out. Which leaves us with 1 equal to 3, which is what we're trying to prove. Alright, so I know these are a little bit trickier, I think just because they're harder to visualize in the segments. But I think you guys are going to do just fine. Okay? So please let me know if you have any questions, right? So you guys can, if you're finished with the segment, you can go ahead and start on these two segment ones. You've got these 8, which are like the first examples we did, pages here, just like this. And you have some proofs to fill out the reasons for on the second page. Okay, email me with questions. And tomorrow you'll have a work day to keep working on these 4 pages. And then I will be back Monday, but you guys are on a field trip. So Tuesday when I see you again, we'll go back over these and I can help answer more questions. But I want you guys to work through and get them done with your best attempt, right? Remember, I don't care if it's right. I care that you've tried hard and that you've put forth a good effort and got it all at least completed to the best of your ability. And then we can go back through and work through the correctness of them later together. Okay, guys, I miss you. Can't wait to see you.